Have you ever opened an email and felt like you were reading a manual instead of a message from a colleague? In our modern world, where digital tools can write almost anything, we sometimes lose the most important element in business communication: genuine human connection.
You are absolutely right, Elena. While efficiency is important, authenticity is what truly builds long-term trust and opens doors to new opportunities. Many professionals are now noticing that perfect messages often feel distant and cold.
That is why today we are exploring human-first communication. We will show you how to move beyond standard templates and add genuine warmth to your professional English. By the end of this video, you will master a special technique to make your messages stand out in any inbox. Welcome to Business English for Success. Let us begin with our first scenario. Imagine you want to connect with a potential partner or senior colleague on a professional network. Most people rely on automated suggestions, which often lead to no response. Let us see how a small shift in your language can create a significant impact.
Before we listen to the effective way, let us hear how a typical automated message sounds. It usually goes like this: I am interested in your services and would like to discuss a collaboration. Please let me know your availability. It is polite, but it lacks a personal touch. Now let us listen to a conversation that truly breathes life into professional outreach.
Good morning, David. I was recently reading about your team's initiative to support local education programs. It reminded me of why I chose this industry in the first place: to make a positive difference.
Thank you, Elena. It has been a rewarding journey for us. We believe that professional success is more meaningful when it contributes to the community.
I completely agree. Your dedication to those values is quite inspiring. Given our shared interest in sustainable growth, I thought it might be beneficial to share some thoughts on our upcoming projects.
I appreciate your thoughtful approach, Elena. It is refreshing to connect with someone who values the why behind the work. I would be very open to a conversation.
Notice the difference? Instead of jumping straight to business, I shared a reflection on David's values. I used the phrase, "It reminded me of why I chose this industry." This is not just information, it's a shared human experience.
Exactly. By showing that you understand their mission, you transform a cold request into a warm invitation. This psychological insight builds immediate rapport because people want to work with those who share their vision.
Now it is your turn to practice. Please listen and speak after me to capture the right intonation. It reminded me of why I chose this industry in the first place.
It reminded me of why I chose this industry in the first place.
Excellent. Focus on the warmth in your voice. I thought it might be beneficial to share some perspectives.
I thought it might be beneficial to share some perspectives.
Very good. Let us move to the next part. The most valuable sentence in this scenario is, "Your dedication to these values is quite inspiring, and it reminded me of our shared goals." This sentence bridges the gap between a stranger and a partner.
Here's a question for you. Think of a project or a leader you admire. How would you use the word inspiring to reach out to them today? Please write your version in the comments below.
Connecting is the first step, but how do you maintain this human touch when you have to provide an update on a project that is moving slowly? In the next scenario, I will show you how to turn a dry progress report into a message of shared commitment and empathy. Let us move to scenario number 2. Imagine you need to send a progress report to your team or a client. In the age of AI, these updates often become a list of dry facts and percentages. However, a true leader knows that behind every number is a person's effort. Let us see how to transform a cold report into a message of shared commitment.
Before we listen to the revised version, notice how a robotic update sounds. Project status is at 60%. All tasks are on schedule. No issues reported. It is efficient, but it does not inspire. Now let us listen to how Elena and David discuss a project update with a human touch.
Good afternoon, David. I wanted to share a quick update on our current project. We have reached our first major milestone, and honestly, seeing the team's collective focus this week has truly been the highlight for me.
I appreciate you sharing that, Elena. It has been a busy period, but everyone feels very connected to the final goal. Your support has made a significant difference in maintaining that momentum.
That means a lot. While the data shows we're on track, what matters most is that we're moving forward together with a shared understanding. I'm truly grateful for the dedication everyone is showing.
It's great to hear that. It makes the hard work feel recognized. I'll share this positive energy with the rest of the team.
Did you feel the warmth in that exchange? Instead of just saying, "we're on track," I used the phrase, "seeing the team's collective focus has been the highlight for me." This reflects an important psychological insight. It shows you value people more than the process.
Exactly. When you acknowledge the feeling of the work, you build a culture of appreciation. AI can track progress, but it cannot celebrate the spirit of a team.
Now, let us practice these phrases together. Please, listen and repeat after me. Seeing the team's collective focus has been the highlight for me.
Seeing the team's collective focus has been the highlight for me.
Excellent. Focus on the word collective to show unity. What matters most is that we are moving forward together.
What matters most is that we are moving forward together.
Wonderful. You can feel the sincerity in that sentence. The most powerful sentence for a progress update is, "I am grateful for the collective focus that made this milestone possible." This turns a boring fact into a moment of gratitude.
Here is a question for you. In your next update, how can you mention a specific effort from your team that you appreciated? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Honoring the team's effort is essential. But what about after a meeting with a high-value client? How do you send a follow-up that feels like a genuine handshake instead of a generic thank you note? In the next scenario, we will discover the art of the personal follow-up. Let us move to scenario number 3. Sending a follow-up after a meeting is a standard professional habit. But in a world full of AI-generated thank you emails, most messages are deleted or ignored. We want our follow-up to reflect the real conversation we just had.
An automated follow-up might say, "Thank you for your time today. I look forward to our next meeting. Please let me know if you have questions." It is too predictable. Let us listen to a version that creates a lasting impression.
David, I truly enjoyed our conversation this morning. Beyond the project details, I was particularly impressed by your perspective on building a sustainable culture. It is rare to meet someone who balances strategy and heart so well.
That is very kind of you to say, Elena. I believe that if we don't care about the people, the strategy won't survive. Our talk today gave me a lot of positive energy for the week ahead.
I feel the same way. I've attached the summary we discussed, but more importantly, I look forward to continuing our dialogue on those shared values.
Thank you, Elena. It is wonderful to work with someone who sees the bigger picture.
Notice how I used the phrase, "I was particularly impressed by your perspective." This shows that I wasn't just listening to the facts, I was listening to the person. This builds authenticity.
Exactly. AI can summarize the meeting notes, but it cannot feel moved by a conversation. By expressing how the talk affected you personally, you become memorable.
Now, let us practice these human-first expressions. Listen and repeat. I was particularly impressed by your perspective on this project.
I was particularly impressed by your perspective on this project. Very nice. Let the emotion show in your voice.
It is rare to meet someone who balances strategy and heart so well.
It is rare to meet someone who balances strategy and heart so well. Excellent. That sounds very sincere.
A power sentence for your next follow-up is, "Our conversation gave me a lot of positive energy, especially your thoughts on building a sustainable culture." This makes the recipient feel valued and heard.
Now, it's your turn. If you were to send a follow-up today, what is one human detail from your last meeting that you would include? Tell us in the comments.
Connecting and following up with warmth creates a strong foundation. But what happens when things don't go as planned? How do you handle a delay or a setback without sounding like a robotic excuse? In the next scenario, we will learn how to use the Sincerity First technique. Let us move to scenario number 4. In professional life, things do not always go according to plan. When a project is delayed, many people use AI to write a generic apology that sounds defensive or cold. But a human-first approach focuses on maintaining the relationship through transparency and care. Let us see how to handle a delicate situation with grace.
A robotic message would say, "The report is delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. We will send it as soon as possible. We apologize for the inconvenience." This feels like an automated recording. Now, let us listen to how Elena and David handle this with a more personal touch.
David, I am reaching out to give you a transparent update on our timeline. We are taking a little more time than expected to ensure the final quality meets the high standards we both value.
Thank you for letting me know, Elena. I appreciate the honesty. I know the team is putting in a lot of effort, and I would rather have a solid result than a rushed one.
I truly appreciate your understanding. It is important to me that we deliver something we can all be proud of. I am personally overseeing the final steps to make sure everything is aligned with your expectations.
That gives me a lot of confidence. Knowing that you are personally involved makes a big difference. Let us keep the communication open.
Notice the shift in tone. Instead of saying unforeseen circumstances, I said, "We are taking a little more time to ensure the final quality." This is an important psychological insight. It frames the delay as a commitment to excellence, not just a mistake.
Exactly. Using words like transparent and personally overseeing builds a bridge of trust. AI can generate messages, but only people can take responsibility for them. This makes the partner feel respected and secure.
Now let us practice these sincere phrases. Please repeat after me. I am reaching out to give you a transparent update on our timeline.
I am reaching out to give you a transparent update on our timeline. Very good. Keep your voice calm and professional.
I am reaching out to give you a transparent update on our timeline.
It is important to me that we deliver something we can all be proud of. Excellent! You can hear the integrity in that sentence.
The power sentence for this scenario is, I value our partnership too much to deliver anything less than our best work. This shows that your relationship is your top priority.
Here is a challenge for you. Have you ever had to explain a delay? How would you use the word transparent in your next update? Let us know in the comments.
Handling setbacks with sincerity strengthens your reputation. But how do you present a big idea or a proposal so that it moves people's hearts and minds? In our final scenario, we will look at how to add a personal story to a high-level proposal. Let us move to scenario number 5. When we present a proposal or a report, we often hide behind data and charts. AI is excellent at organizing data, but sharing a vision still requires human perspective. To truly persuade someone, you must connect the numbers to a human purpose. This represents a higher level of professional communication.
A standard proposal might sound like this.
Our goal is to increase efficiency by 20% and reduce costs. Please refer to the charts on slide 5. It is factual, but it is not inspiring. Let us listen to a human-first way to present an idea.
David, before we look at the numbers, I want to share the why behind this project. Last year, I saw how a similar initiative changed the daily lives of our junior staff, making their work more meaningful.
That is a compelling perspective, Elena. We often get so caught up in the results that we forget about the people behind them.
Exactly. This proposal is not just about a 20% increase in efficiency. It is about creating a workspace where everyone feels they can contribute their best ideas. That is the vision I'm inviting you to support.
I am very interested. When you put it that way, it's not just a project anymore, it's a shared mission. Let us look at the details together.
Did you notice how the energy changed? By sharing a small observation about the junior staff, I turned a dry report into a story of human impact. This is a very powerful communication technique.
That is very true. AI can analyze data, but defining what truly matters is something only people can do. When you connect your business goals to a human purpose, you become a leader that people want to follow.
Now, let us practice these visionary phrases. Speak after me. I want to share the why behind this project.
I want to share the why behind this project.
Great. Put a little emphasis on the word why. It is about creating a workspace where everyone feels they can contribute.
It is about creating a workspace where everyone feels they can contribute.
Excellent. You sound very inspiring. The ultimate sentence for any proposal is, beyond the numbers, this initiative is about our shared commitment to a better way of working. This unites everyone under a common goal.
Final question for today. What is the why behind your current work? If you had to explain it in one sentence, what would it be? Write it down so we can all be inspired.
We have traveled through 5 powerful scenarios today, from cold outreach to inspired proposals. But how do we bring all these human elements together into a daily habit? Stay with us for the final recap, where we summarize the executive mindset for the AI era. We have walked through some very meaningful scenarios today. David, after looking at all these examples, what is your biggest takeaway for someone who wants to balance technology and humanity?
I believe it comes down to one word: intentionality. Technology can give us the words, but only we can provide the intention and the genuine care behind those words. Whether it is a simple update or a big proposal, being intentional makes all the difference.
I agree completely. Let us quickly revisit the 5 pillars we discussed. In scenario number 1, we learned that a warm connection starts with a personal observation. It transforms a cold message into an open door.
And in scenario number 2 and number 3, we saw how gratitude and active listening can turn a dry report or a follow-up into a moment of real professional bonding. It is about showing that you value the person, not just the project.
Exactly. Then, in scenario number 4, we explored the power of transparency when things are moving slowly. And finally, in scenario number 5, we learned to share the why behind our ideas. This is how we inspire others to join our vision.
It is clear that while digital tools are helpful, the most successful people will always be those who choose to remain human, empathetic, and authentic in every message they send.
Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. Remember, in this era of rapid technology, your unique voice and your sincere heart are your greatest professional assets. Do not be afraid to let them shine through your English.
We hope these insights help you build deeper connections and achieve the success you deserve. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and sharing it with a colleague who values meaningful communication.
We look forward to seeing your own human-first sentences in the comments below. Keep practicing, keep connecting, and most importantly, keep being yourself.
Until next time, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye, and see you in our next video on Business English for Success.